Alright, you guys were asking how I handled this whole using my coolant evacuation tool to open the system up without dropping a bunch of coolant out of the system. I'll pull this reservoir down some so it's not so full. And right now it's pretty full. The coolant's, all the way up here. I'm going to pull it down a little bit so I can get a little bit more room to work with here. Then I'm going to use my evacuation tool. Then I'm going to set it up to where this is just barely cracked, the suction is closed, and the supply is, well, right, maybe just a tad bit, right about 5 inches of vacuum. And then go ahead and start pulling your air box and everything, your battery and everything out of the way, because your thermostat's right down here in this corner. All right, now you see I got the air box out of the way. I have got the battery out of the way, the tray out of the way, and now I've exposed the two 8mm bolts. Pop over here real quick, check I still got some vacuum on here. Bump it down just a hair. We're at about 5 inches of vacuum. Let's go ahead and pop those bolts out, put a little rag up underneath right there. You will lose a little bit of coolant, but it won't be very much. All right, I've got the bolts out right now. You won't lose very much. You'll lose a little bit, but it won't be a ton. See right there, now it's gurgling. Let me explain to you what happened here. We ordered an Autozone thermostat because we were chasing a cooling problem on here, and this guy had been to multiple shops and we said we'd give it a shot, but I'd like to start with a thermostat. Well, we told the customer that we had access to a Ford one that showed it in stock, but when the customer actually showed up the next day, we didn't actually have the part. So in an emergency situation, we ordered a fail-safe. The thermostat is stuck open. With this thermostat being stuck open, the reason for that is this big motor on the cooling fan on the original one, it quit working, but it wasn't throwing any codes. So we were chasing a problem that sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't work. So we replaced the thermostat as a precautionary. It's a quick job, easy in and out. Let's start there because it's the original one. It's never been replaced. It overheated one more time before I found the cooling fan problem. In that one time that it overheated, it failed in the stuck open position, which set a code for warm up cycle, thermostat code, because we didn't put a Ford thermostat in the vehicle that belonged in there. The one that belongs in there is a 1X4Z8575 Bravo, and I'm going to go ahead and install this now. Alright, so maybe the comeback kid has redeemed himself. Actually, not the comeback kid, but I pick it myself as well. Nothing leaking there, that's good. The reservoir is full. That's good. That should take care of its problem. It's just unfortunate that in between the event of us doing the thermostat and trying to see if that was the problem versus putting the fan assembly in it and finally figuring out what the problem was, it did slightly overheat one time and got stuck in the open position. So it is what it is. We'll run it, give it back to the gentleman, problem fixed.